guys, it's me, Makeup by Shanilton, and today we're going to be doing an updated foundation tutorial, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to first take my NARS, this is the Balancing Foundation in Mineralized, and I'm going to be using my Sephora brand stippling brush, and this is the number 44 brush. So what I'm going to do is pump a little bit onto the bristles. And I already have on my primer. I put on my number 7 mattifying primer is what I used. So I just kind of like to start from the bottom, work myself up, doing little circles movement. I'm going to put a little bit more and do the other side. This has become one of my favorite foundations. Everybody knows that I use the NARS Sure Glow, so the balancing one is actually very nice. Okay, so next I go with my concealer. I'm going to be taking my Mercier. This is the Secret Camouflage Concealer, and this is in SC6. So I'm going to take the darker color first. I'm going to warm it up, and I'm going to go right underneath the eye. I'm using a shade that's about 2 shades lighter than my skin tone because I want to have some little lightness. I'm kind of highlight my skin a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting. So I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, Cupid's bow, and on my chin. So now I'm going to take, this is a Mally double-ended brush. I'm using this and this is a synthetic brush, and we're just going to bust that out. So I'm going to start underneath my eyes. I'm just going around the edges, kind of blurring them. Sides of the nose, chin, and then my forehead. So to give me a little bit more lightness underneath my eye, I'm going to take the lighter one here. I'm just going to go right on top, and I'm going to pat it right here, just only in this area. Taking that brush again and blending it out. Okay, so now I'm going to take a powder in the same color, about a couple of shades lighter than me. And this is just the Sephora brand Mattifying powder. And I'm going to set by pressing into the concealer. By pressing, you seal it in and you keep it from creasing. Okay, so now we're going to put it down the nose. We're going to put it on the forehead and on the chin. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of contouring. I'm just going to be using one of my favorite bronzers. This is the Ebony bronze from CoverGirl Clean Collection. And I'm just taking my e.l.f. stippling brush, and we're going to contour. So we're going to start right here in the cheekbone. Starting back from the ear, we're going to work ourselves towards the mouth. We're going to hit the temple, sweeping it, doing that first E shape, and hitting the jawline. So now we're going to create that E. We're going to do the same on the other side. Now we're creating that backwards E or backwards 3. We're going to hit the chin. And contour a little bit more. Now we're going to take a blending brush and we're going to hit the nose. Uh-oh. And that one's gone, so I'm going to take another brush and we're going to hit the nose down here. This is just to bring some shape. And hit the tip of the nose. Then we're just going to take a big brush and just kind of blend that out a bit. Okay, so now we're going to set this all with the powder. I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skinfinish in dark. And I'm just using my Smashbox No. 1 brush. And we're just going to press the powder into the skin, going around the highlighted areas just to fill in the foundation. And last but not least, we're going to put a little bit of highlight on. I'm just using my Mally. This is the Effortless Airbrush palette, I should say. And I'm going to be using the Pure Light highlight, which is this one. Taking that end of the brush that we used for underneath the eye, and I'm just doing that little C shape around here. Love this highlighter. So then we're going to go down the bridge of the nose, forehead, chin. So now I'm going to put on a little blush, just using my Tarte Blush and Flushed, going right on the apple of the cheek and working myself up to the cheekbone.